I did assign some homework, and he was to watch a film called Sisyphus. Now, most of you are probably familiar with Sisyphus. If you're not, the legend of Sisyphus, he was a Greek human who was very arrogant. And he liked to go around ticking off the gods. He compared his prowess with women to that of Zeus. And that made Zeus mad. So Zeus sent him to hell. Hades, the underworld, whatever they call it. And he escaped. Oh, he said, well, please let me go back to see my wife. And said, okay, and he just never went back. So Zeus sent him again. And Thanatos told Thanatos, the guy, sometimes we see Thanatos as having a large sickle, the skull, and all that, death. Zeus told Thanatos to chain Sisyphus up. And Sisyphus, clever guy, he said, why don't you show me how those chains work? And he got Thanatos to chain himself to the rock. Sisyphus, okay, bye. Out of the underworld again. Well, this made Ares mad because Ares is the god of war. And suddenly all the fun was gone. Because people were stabbing each other and nobody was dying because Thanatos was locked up in the underworld. So Zeus came up with a big punishment for Sisyphus. And that was, he put a rock on a hill and set Sisyphus to pushing this rock up the hill for eternity. And every time he'd get close to the top of the hill, the rock would roll back. That's where I have the issue with the film. In the film, it actually shows Sisyphus putting the rock on top of the hill and going down and getting another rock. No. Every time he would get the rock close to the top of the hill, he would roll back and he would have to start this again. So why is this at all relevant? Because you want to debate fundamentalists. And sooner or later, whether you want to or not, sooner or later it's going to happen. And as I said earlier, this is called debating fundamentalists. It's not how to win a debate with fundamentalists, because simply put, you all know this as well as I do, you can't win. But you don't have to lose. I didn't have to lose to Jerry Falwell. What I actually told him is that at the very end of it, just because you've silenced an opponent doesn't mean you're convinced. But you don't have to. So, why even bother? One reason, because if you don't keep pushing the rock, it's going to roll over you and crush you. You have to let these people know that their assertions will not go unchallenged. It's very important. When you have somebody come into your school and say, this is the way the universe was created, we're not going to let you teach anything else, you have to tell them, no, the universe was not created this way. There's another story, and there's a story that explains it better, that makes more sense. When I'm in here, when Joe's in here, he gets me, why don't you do a show, a program about creationism? I'll flat out tell him, well, if I do it, I'm going to have to represent everybody. And that includes the Egyptian creationism, which is largely pornographic. You don't want me to do creationism, trust me. I've also used sort of a cop-out and said, I don't do creationism for the same reason your minister doesn't teach business. I'm not versed in it. I'm not trained in it. I could not do it justice the way you would want it done. Trust me, you don't want it the way I would do it. But the other reason, anytime you have a debate, there's a very good chance that somebody is watching. Let's face it, that person that I was debating with online didn't post that simply for me. She wanted onlookers, and onlookers are looking in there. And sometimes you'll get somebody who's like kind of on the fence. It's like, well, and they're going to look to see whose arguments are more compelling. And you might take that person and have them, you might take that one person who's got that shred of doubt and make them think, maybe this is a better idea. Maybe I should look into what they said. This guy's done some research. This person's done some homework. This person's just spouting off information. This person seems more informed. Maybe this is the opinion I should listen to. And 30 years ago, when I first started exploring the idea of truly calling myself an atheist, that's where it came from. I heard a debate like that. I heard this argument. And then 3 months later, I was going against Falwell. Now, I've written down here surefire tactics for losing. Obscenities. I know it's tough. You see how I'm looking at it? It's difficult because you want to burst out and don't. The moment you say so much as a damn,